Change is a process. Getting unstuck, making change in your life is absolutely a process. It's not a one-time thing. It's not like we just shake and tremble and the trauma is released or our nervous system is reset or something like that. That's not the way it works. I have not seen it that way. I have not experienced it that way. It's a process. We are constantly, I think, building our capacity to feel safe and to stay in our safety state, our biology. In episode 135, Safety Cue Dependency, I talked about this, about the process of building safety versus applying safety as medicine. Safety and change, getting unstuck, it's not just an issue of changing your thoughts. Really, you got to change your biological state first. If you're aware of polyvagal theory, you know story follows state. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go to justinlmft.com. I have a course called Polyvagal 101 that is a must. And if you're not in a place where you can buy something like that, I have it for free as well. Episode 101 through 109. It's a lot longer and there's some ads mixed in there and whatnot. So Polyvagal 101 on the website has it really condensed, and all the essentials are right there of polyvagal theory, including the concept of story follows state. Getting unstuck is not just an issue of changing behavior. Again, it's like our behavior stems from the potential of our biology. So if our biology is in potential or primed to connect with others, then our behavior is going to follow as well. But if our biology is more prepped for running away, then our behavior is going to kind of match that. It's going to come from that. Change is also, there's like somatic pieces to it. It involves the body, and that's something that we neglect very often, is the role of the body. And I don't mean just how we feel. I'm also referring to these biological mechanisms like the vagal brake, which is the influence of the safe and social state on the heart. It keeps it beating at a calmer pace. Again, Polyvagal 101, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, on justinlmft.com. We have to build the capacity to feel safe. And that's really what I'm talking about, is the strength of the vagal brake, the ability of our social engagement system to tolerate higher and higher levels of distress. Change and getting unstuck, it requires patience. It's not a one-time thing. It's not one and done. And there's absolutely going to be obstacles, and you kind of have to have patience to get through those obstacles. You have to be able to see that there is some hope. There is improvement happening, not just that will happen, but is happening in little pieces, little doses at a time. There absolutely are going to be obstacles, though, in this process of getting unstuck. You're going to have your own self-doubt. You're going to have judgment. You're going to evaluate your progress, which is not inherently a bad thing, but we can easily become evaluative in a very negative way toward ourselves. That's where judgment and blame, that's where those kind of come into play. But these are also just kind of part of the process of making change in anyone's life. And it's not necessarily, well, it's not a failure. Doubting yourself and judging yourself, it's not a failure. It's not a deal, but it is absolutely a part of the process. The issue is just, are you getting sucked into it or not? Or are you noticing it and using it to your advantage? I'm going to talk about that in a minute, actually. There's really not like a right way to make change. There is, I have my course that kind of lays everything out in building safety anchors, but it's pretty open-ended. There is a flow that I recommend, but your experience of that flow is going to be different than the next person's. And even if it's not my course, even if it's just some other course or whatever your avenue for getting unstuck is, there really is no right way, though. Like maybe your thing is yoga, and that movement, the elements of movement are helpful for you, but also the co-regulative pieces of being around other people that are safe and encouraging and supportive. Maybe that's, fundamental to your process of change. I can't tell you that's wrong. I can't tell you that my course is wrong for anybody, or right, or yoga is right, or whatever it is. It's different. Every single one of us is going to go through something different as far as what helps us. There's a lot of similarities, of course, but there's no, I don't think, one correct technique, one correct path, one correct way of thinking. I think it looks different for each of us. I think the stories that pop into our minds, the experience of it, the feelings of it, the intensities of making change and getting unstuck, it's different for every single one of us. And that's really cool. So it takes some patience, yeah, but it also takes curiosity for you to be interested and curious about what change feels like for you, what safety feels like for you, what meeting your goals looks like and feels like. You kind of have to be curious about that and be patient and notice all the little bumps and bruises along the way, or what seems like bumps and bruises, but really are just kind of the process of change. And again, we can use these to our advantage.